Look, crazy ain't the great nerdcore rap guy. Got into a dual fate and I just pulled a trap card. Third-rate rappers with a fourth-rate catalog. Destined for the shadow realm, y'all should never act hard. Flow is so insidious that I need an apprentice type. Master with the force, peep the context in my sentence, right? Phantom like the Sithis, just don't ask me what my pen is like. They know that I'm the meanest, who you kidding? Bitch, I'm Dennis Knight. Sweet tooth job, hide-headed, rhymes are Shirley Cole. Tested, you can never twist my metal like the jury goes. So I ain't never mad when I push it to the max. I got Chris riding with me, about to turn this bitch to Fury Road. Since animated, I'm the one the crew congratulated. Winners will provide protective cover like it's laminated. Damn, I made this 16 like a guillotine. It's fascinating. If you think that you're ahead, you get decapitated. All that aside, I ain't merely here to rap words. I'm here to tell you who representing for the black nerds. And to remind you, neither one of these are bad words. Biggest living mirrors, they just choose to see it backwards. Who be the leaders of discussion when a topic trends? Dissections got the culture under microscopic lens. Who got the type that you can miss it from the start and make you feel like an expert on the subject by the time it ends? Check the stat, Louis, viewership is mad nice. All these other shows don't seem to cut it, that's a bad slice. Off the books with unscripted drills you can't write. No vampires, but these interviews on Anne Rice. Yeah, this is the best part. Rhymes on Mandalorian, Independence made a best score. Starting a war with these stars, you won't get far. This is the way you play a game of life or Death Star. So far removed from the drama, we don't notice harm, but won't hesitate to shed a light like a Patronus charm. With mischief managed, troubles at a disadvantage. Must be something in the water, dip your toe because you know it's warm. Where can you find another show with such a fine cast? And if you try to box them in, they playing Minecraft. And basically to sum it up like you define math, this crew's the best and it figures like a line graph. A merry band like the words I do. Level-headed, you don't have to have absurd IQs. They know you can relate because they're nerds like you. With their help, you'll see the world from a blur's eye view. Yeah. You are now tuned in to Blur's Eye View. And without further ado, we out. Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's Thursday. We're back with another episode of Blur's Eye View. I am your host, captain of the ship and producer, Chris Fury, man on the wall. And if this is your first time here, thank you for tuning in. You won't regret it. You're definitely going to have a lot of fun. And for those who are still returning, like our man Mal over here, who's donated already to the ship, thank you, Mal, once again. Welcome back once again. So without further ado, we're going to get this show started because we got a bit of a full docket because episode 4 of Daredevil was a masterclass in speeches that were going on in this episode. They were mind-blowing. So we're going to get started. My second command is in here. She ready? I think she is. Lady Mandalore, what's happening?
What's good, my people? I'm in my self-care Sunday attire because I will not have any time. So tonight's the night. Getting it together. Hi.
So first off, because I know everything's okay, right? I know after the show. So for those out there who's wondering, you know, I have to put this disclaimer because we got some weirdos in our camps. You said self-care, so I know your back was spazzing the other night. So she's a trooper. She's fine. But I have to check on my peoples. You know.
Little THC ain't never hurt nobody. TLC with the THC.
There you go. And the way things running now, you need a lot of it. So as if you were paying attention to Tuesday night show, she was previewing Daredevil episode 4. And before we get into it in the second half of the show, all I'm going to say is speeches were given.
From the side characters and the main characters. Everybody got some work.
The writing has not missed. Yo, but we gonna get into it. But first off, Whoopty freaking dudes in the building. What's happening, Whoopty?
How y'all doing?
Our nailsmith, nails tech, nail assassin.
These nails are never done.
Oh, girl, if that's not done, okay, stop. Your nails are done. Your nails are done.
So thank you. But once again, thank you, Mal, for the donation. For those out there, you can welcome to the show. As you see, feel free to chat, fellow blerds and nerds below. Like, subscribe, and stay notified. Super chats are appreciated and help keep the stream going. We're live every Tuesdays and Thursdays, clips Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And if you've seen the one that I posted up earlier today, we gonna shenan once, we always gonna shenan again. So so bringing up the rear and Princess Zuri. This is our shipwright, Black Spartan. What's going on?
Hey, I'm being attacked. Help!
She's like a
As
triple.
she looks like, oh, you mean me?
Hi.
Innocent me?
Hello.
Little face.
How are you?
She's like, oh, the camera's on. Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh, she's like, all right, back to business. Break it down, baby. Break it down.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, definitely something to go look forward to. How's everybody's Wednesday been? And now Thursday.
Wednesday was a hoe. Wednesday was a little bit of a hoe. Today was a little bit better.
Look, I stopped working at 1:00. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I didn't even
I
start.
was just like, I'm done. I'm done.
I stared at that laptop and I was like, yeah. Just
Yeah.
as Teams calls just kept coming. I'm like, and ignore. Just
I was like, yeah, this ain't it. Not today. Not today. Can we get this order? Not today. You can't. No, you can't get this order today. No, you gonna wait now. When y'all get it, y'all take forever to pick it up. So no, y'all gonna wait today.
I just love when I hear my American Express cards decline. Oh, how sad.
Our boots on the ground, who has been diligently working, getting timestamps and everything done from the Blerd Station live stream from BlerdCon 2025 to far out, is in the building. It's still working.
Well, I got a better monitor set up here, so I can stamp this better than I was before. Tell them, sir.
Get to work.
So if you have been a part of the Blerd Station live stream from BlerdCon, you can go to the BlerdCon YouTube page. You can get your timestamps. You can find out if you were a part of it. You can find out where your section was at. You can upload it, do whatever you need to do. Or if you just want to watch it, you can also go to blerdstation.com, hit the live stream tab below or above, and watch this year's live stream that we gave and last year's to let you know we out here. And we ain't cheap. So please, if you like us at your convention,
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Absolutely not.
We absolutely said this train was leaving, and it is moving along quite nicely.
Yeah.
Now,
We
moving
were
on.
operation and travel fees.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, accommodation.
Accommodations. Like we hey, look, y'all want us there?
You gotta pay.
You gotta pay. You gotta pay. We
I
out
will
here.
I will need the handicap bathroom. I'm just letting you know that now.
And don't have
not the room on the first floor.
Accessible.
And
The accessible with the extreme space.
Correct. I need to spread out. I'm just
and don't have Consuelo in my room lying, talking about she found stuff that she didn't so she can find me. Y'all ain't slick.
Yeah.
No. I know clean.
I seen this. No, you didn't. That's
cool.
as Maury Povich said, that was a lie. So
make sure I don't see you, bitch. You. Oh no.
That's just no, but it feels weird because Thursday we normally have an episode of Invincible and we don't.
Right. Invincible withdrawals.
I didn't think it was going to hit that hard, but it did. But see, me and Spartan, we've read.
Oh, we know what's coming.
Y'all thought this one was a lot of talking. No, this is called setup, baby. It's a lot that's getting ready to go down. So,
Still, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is Conquest. Just that whole monologue. I thank you. I'm gonna start doing that to people just to mess with them. This has brought me immense joy.
That was the odd. It was such an odd speech at the worst possible time.
It's like, Nick, just are you gonna lick his ear? Like that's disgusting.
You know what? That's how you mentally mess with somebody. Just
Exactly.
I get so lonely as you are beating my tail.
That was such an odd interaction. It was just like, I know that when you're in battle, you're supposed to confuse your opponent, but Jesus.
When you're overly thanking them, like, I don't get to cut loose, but whatever you did gave me the green light. I'm going to enjoy this. I'm like, bro, they come to fight.
It's the other Viltrumites are scared of me. I'm like,
I see why.
It's the fact that he basically told him, he's like, yeah, you're not a Saiyan. You can't just get angry and get more powerful. And he's like, and a school from the book of Kakarot, I'm out of limbs, not options.
the face palm across every manga.
I was fully expecting him to rip his nose off, but a bite out of the shoulder is worse.
Yeah, Mark had to learn, you got to fight dirty. That's why the bite in the headbutt never fails. For some reason, Mark, he just finally put it to use.
That's when he realized old boy was not gonna give me no quarter. He's like, no. I just came to destroy the planet and get it ready for that thing.
What does ready look like? Because there was 18 of me who leveled this place 3 days ago. So please explain to me what is your definition of ready? You've seen this place put together and in pieces. Clearly, you're not satisfied with anything. This is why this is why you give work minimal effort.
Since he can't really, since he's never really at home base, he doesn't realize home base ain't even ready right now due to what's happening at another prison. So he's like, right now, Alan and Nolan right now are just like, in battle beast, they're just like, we just wiped the floor with everybody. We ain't got shit to do.
Man, that fight.
It's the calling out for Cecil, knowing he's somewhere watching on the television. It's like, fix that first, and maybe I'll get out there. For right now, y'all got it.
Cecil somewhere. Nah,
get your ass out here.
But you said you didn't want me. You said you didn't want me.
I'm busy turning your cousins into my reanimated corpses, which is honestly a smart move. Also, so is Oliver taller after his beating, or
Oliver?
He has a growth spurt, but not until
not in that sense. Not in that sense.
He's referring to the raw bench press,
the stretching.
Oh yeah, that was
the rack.
Yeah.
The rack. I'm like, damn, you gonna rack the man, huh? You just gonna give him the rack?
They did post. They did post from their page on the YouTube channel. They said, "What is it?"
Oh yeah,
yeah. It says Invincible will return for season 4. Should be sometime in 2026. Voice acting is complete. There may be a new storyline not in the comic featuring Darkblood. Thrag has been cast. Invincible has also been cast.
That was bad.
I do want to know who Thrag is, who's cast for Thrag. That's going to be real interesting.
Please let it be. Shoot, I forgot his name that fast. I was gonna say, God dang, I forgot his name that freaking fast.
Robert Kirkman has worked with.
I was gonna say Kevin Garreau.
Okay.
I want to see him do Thrag. I want to see him do Thrag just because of his voice. The voice has to.
Because Jeffrey Dean Morgan was voiced Jeffrey Dean Morgan voiced Conquest, and he was like, "This was my way." Robert Kirkman said, "This was my way of letting Glenn get his get back."
And he had better.
Yeah, it was either gonna be him or Joe Morton because Thrag is known for monologuing too, and if you're gonna have somebody that's gonna be monologuing as the king of the Viltrumites, it might as well be a guy who has done it on Scandal multiple times.
Why can't it be Zaddy? Where's Giancarlo? He needs work.
Booked and busy.
He needs work. This man is everywhere right now.
Carlo is booked and
he's
busy.
on a show on Netflix right now, and I'm like, dude, what? He's supposed to be in Cleveland this weekend, and I'm not going to be able to see him. And I'm like, dude, Literally one of the first questions on my list. Where did you find the time?
Dang, that man is in almost everything.
Yeah.
What about that guy from Fear the Walking Dead?
Which one?
Which one?
The Englishman. What's his name? The black guy.
Jesus? Oh, the black guy.
Morgan. You talking about the one
Yeah.
that plays Morgan?
Yes.
Oh, what is his name?
Morgan, he can work. I can't think of his name though. But I know what you're talking
I
about.
can't think of his name.
Yeah, so it's something. But outside of all of that, let's get into some news. Well, Tafari, I think Disney has been listening in on us.
Wrong poster. Go
Look,
ahead.
so Lilo and Stitch is getting ready to drop, and what Tafari stated and what I has seconded on was they need to get back to form of promoting all their films.
Yep.
Like they did with Lilo and Stitch back in the 90s. And they decided they didn't do it like they did then, but they did do it.
The good boy. You the good boy. The good boy. No. The
Nobody.
good boy. Nom.
It's a start.
It's definitely a start. It's definitely a start.
But do it in live action, you cowards.
Yeah.
Right.
That costs way too much money.
Right.
Well,
Right. That's still funny.
Y'all recasted Aladdin 3 times. Y'all can find some fill-ins.
You got the footage. It's like it ain't like you don't own it.
I'm surprised
no,
it wasn't a Frozen one in that.
Look, give it time. Give it time. They definitely have some time to kill with that one. So,
I mean, yeah, because they did one for I think Snow White because that's recent. How many remakes have they done so far
of Snow White.
of live action stuff? Because I think that's strictly the.
as far as
post-film.
Disney, as far as Disney doing, they've done. Like we were in our chat, I literally forgot about Dumbo, but they did. Dumbo. They did Dumbo. They've done Lion King. They've done Cinderella. They've done Cruella, which, by the way, Cruella is actually pretty good.
Yeah,
that was actually really good. And what else? Cruella, Lion King, Jungle Book, Beauty and the Beast,
Aladdin.
Aladdin was
all right. So we need a Jungle Book one. I think they did a Lion King one a few months back.
Yeah.
They did Jungle Book already.
Yeah, they did. They did Jungle Book. Yeah, because Bill Murray was the voice of Baloo.
Yeah.
John Favreau directed that one, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I know they did a Lion King Stitch promo where it's him instead of Simba, but I'm trying to see if they did a Jungle Book Stitch promo. They have not. Hurry it up.
They got time. They got time. So it's good to know that, like, and we've said it ever since Deadpool and Wolverine, which still to this day, guerrilla marketing works.
Right.
Yeah,
you can never have enough. You can never have enough.
And that film had so many reshoots, not reshoots, but stuff I had to redo because of the era of the world we were in at the time. Post 2001. I'm trying to think. They had, what was it? They had Stitch crashing parties, taking basically stealing Aladdin's girl. There was a bunch of crazy stuff. It was like watching Disney Channel, and you just never knew what this wild little blue boy was gonna do.
Just show up, and the commercials will start off so simple, like every other commercial that they had, and turn around and here goes Stitch for no reason whatsoever.
He's just fourth wall breaking everywhere.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Great marketing. So it was. So I hope they are. No, I hope they're getting back to form on that end anyway. At least I put it like this. At least we know one production house knows how to at least start it off. Because over at Warner Brothers, turns out Ketchup Entertainment has stepped in to save the day. Ketchup Entertainment has done some other, I don't want to say low budget films, but they've done other films to kind of bring them out and actually show them some love. But not only Looney Tunes the day the Earth blew up have they stepped in for that, but they have stepped in, and the deal is currently being looked at for $50 million to save Wile E. Coyote versus Acme.
It actually might be finalized supposedly either today or tomorrow. Supposedly.
And it's like we spoke it up. So let me see if this works. Mutant power activate. We need to get paid like 6-figure jobs doing what we do right now.
So I found out apparently you can send HD pictures through Instagram now because Ketchup Entertainment's doing like a small promo. Like if you send them a picture of your ticket stub or in front of the poster, they send you like some fun little background images for your phone. So they sent me 4 today. If you're watching the post on the screen. But I saw the little HD button pop up and I'm like, when has Instagram done this? Because in the group chat, y'all be pixelating all our shit.
So it looks like Wile E. Coyote versus Acme will be getting saved and getting released somewhere. We don't know where. The Ketchup Entertainment, I'd never heard of them, but they did do Hellboy the Crooked Man,
which was also good.
Yeah. I wanted more from that Hellboy though. Yeah,
they didn't go as far into the Crooked Man story as they should have, but I'm sorry. Every time I hear Ketchup, I want to yell mustard. I'm trying not to. Every time I hear Ketchup Entertainment, mustard. I'm sorry.
I think it works because even if this movie, I think it's on track to at least break even so far. It got an extension through. It's been in like double dutch mode all week. Like I think the storyboarders wrote like we actually got a notice they extend because when last Tuesday when we were reading that it got pulled after the show, he tweeted he's like, by the way, we got extended throughout this weekend. So. And then even if it's a small place like Ketchup Entertainment, I think it works for them because it's like we at least got a Looney Tunes property under our belt. Same way Zeus is doing the distribution for Magazine Dreams because it's something that's not Ratchet like everything else they touch. So it's at least.
But at the same time, but look at the after effect though, because Ketchup is bound to make a killing after this. They're gonna get their investment back and then some. Because
what I'm liking is these underdog movie studios getting their just look at A24.
Yep.
Or Blumhouse for that matter. Blumhouse used to have the cheesiest of horror films. The cheesiest. Now look at them. Like they're coming up in the big leagues now. And putting out some good ones.
I call them the new kings of horror movies because almost everyone they put out hasn't been bad.
Yeah. Hellboy. Bama said, when did the Hellboy, the Crooked Man came out? It came out limited release last year.
Yep.
It's currently on Hulu.
Yep.
Yeah, I just added to Hulu, I think.
Yeah, Hulu or HBO Max if you wanted to watch it.
The special effects really aren't. They're actually pretty good. For a low budget,
but they didn't go into the story as much as they should have.
They dived a lot into the horror aspect. I don't know who the actor is that played Hellboy, but I'm used to a more snarky. He had some snarkiness to him, but it wasn't as gruff. It wasn't as gruff as David Harbour or Ron Perlman did.
Although Perlman will always come back, but he wants what's his face to direct though?
Guillermo?
Yeah. He wants Del Toro.
Make it happen.
He keeps saying it. And it's like you say, if he comes back and directs, he has no problem coming back as Hellboy.
So, I'm all for it.
I don't see the updated box office numbers yet, but it looks like it's very touchy. So it is currently 86 on the tomato meter with the audience score of 88. And then you have to see the movie to understand, but there are people who own boba stores and they're like, we don't get why so many people keep flooding us after the theater. I don't get the joke. And people are just like, you have to see the movie. Yeah, and they're like, you gotta see the movie to understand it. Like, but what movie is making y'all flood boba stores or shops? I don't. So it's having at least a good run. I hope it at least gets like a Blu-ray or DVD release. Again, it's good for the companies handling the distribution versus just getting thrown in the trash. So they can build a reputation on this to get Coyote versus Acme, please.
I mean, we've seen this happen before. Like you said with the boba, we've seen it happen with shawarma. It seemed like after Avengers, everybody was eating shawarma. And I'm like, y'all late.
I'm not gonna lie, I did not know of shawarma until that movie, and I had to go look it up. Like, oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's very good. So, and now I don't hear anybody talk about it. I'm like, yeah, I know a couple spots to go get good shawarma. So,
Same.
like, if I get an urge, I know exactly where to go. So yeah. There's, let me see, between that and being saved, possibly saved. Well, it looks like it's not even a possibility anymore. It looks like they will be saved by this company and get treated properly, because that was heavy. That was heavy.
Now, one of y'all could do me my high school self a favor and revive this movie that never came out called The Prototype. That one just built all the hype and then never came out.
Why does that? What is the? It does sound familiar.
Okay, so because I was working on a video for this for a partner we have to announce in a few days. The Prototype was basically about this humanistic android that this dude had a brain tumor, put his body in it. It was basically made for stealth combat, and supposedly he was framed for murder. There was only a teaser trailer that ever came out. But it came out like a year after the game Prototype, so people were excited for it, and then it got shelved. And then in the world of what is life, body swap, steely stuff, everyone's attention moved over to Chappie. Chappie and District 9, those movies, it would have very much steamrolled to those two, and they just kind of took all its hype.
Yeah.
If you look it up,
Defiance.
If you look it up, I promise you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Because people,
I feel like I've seen that. I seen not the movie, but I feel like I've seen that trailer. Just from the description, I feel like I've seen that. And
you probably it was from 2013. You've probably seen it. It was very much. I think the hypest thing out at the time was Avengers, and this was following right after that. So it had a lot of build up for it to go nowhere. And to Whoopie's point, I think somebody just leaked Batgirl footage. So maybe.
Yeah. Speaking of which.
Not footage, just the
behind the scenes of a fight scene between Batgirl and Firefly. That was I can't remember the actor's name, but Brendan Fraser, who plays Firefly. And I gotta tell you, that did not look bad. And that's just the behind the scenes. Leak it. Follow Ryan Reynolds' role and leak it.
I'm just saying, all somebody's got to do is show 5 minutes of it, and let it take its own, and it'll basically generate its own buzz.
See, because here's the problem: the people that are rooting for the Snyder cut of anything, you're riding the wrong horse here. You you already got your Snyder cut of Justice League. Right now, we need this cut of Batgirl because there was a lot of hope. It don't have to do numbers. It just release the damn thing. Let it go. I don't get why you can hold something on the shelf and just let it rot. Like what? There's nothing.
I'm curious how they're going to get themselves out. How they can be okay with getting rid of it for a tax break and then putting it out after the fact. Like there's the
IRS will come calling. It's like, so you written this off? Let's talk compensation.
We're talking about
they'll come back to that ass. But no,
we're done. We finished our audit of Abbott Elementary. It's your turn.
I mean, that's what they're going to wind up doing, but it's like we said, it makes no sense that you would shelve it, as the Reverend would say, Glenn up there in Warner Bros. Discovery making all these decisions. But again, it's like, what do you have to lose? The movie's already made. The money's been spent. The only thing you can actually do is either recomp what you lost or make a profit out of it. But either way, let it out the vault, because you're not going to get another company like Ketchup to come back and say, hey, we know you have Batgirl. We would like to have it. I'm like, we honestly got lucky with Wile E. Coyote versus Acme. We got lucky, honestly.
Yeah.
Because the Looney Tunes, as we've seen, Looney Tunes movies always will make some money. But because of Snyder and his mess ups, DC.
I can't believe it took that. I can't believe it took one guy to really bankrupt it. Or yeah, pretty much.
There's always one villain. There's always one villain that has to ruin everything. There's always one guy. I mean, believe it. I mean, that's the thing. That's the way I look at it. I mean, look at Star Wars. It only took one person to mess it up.
Man, maybe this is
Technically.
A group of people, but I still pick one.
Maybe this
it just snowballed.
Maybe this was the Rico scheme all along. You release the Snyder cut instead of the Ayer cut, and then you let people see what happens when we give you what you want, and you don't listen to us. And now you make stuff just to throw it away for a tax write-off, and someone will be investigated soon.
When reverse bullying goes wrong.
There's got to be a scheme of like money laundering in this somewhere. Like you keep making stuff. We just need one pissed off politician who's like, my kids were waiting to see that.
Look here, I've seen DVD versions of films and shows that were never released, and I've received these things at conventions.
Mm-hmm.
So all we're saying is just leave it out on the desk somewhere and let the rest talk.
Just leave it out there, and you always find that one guy. Remember they said we always be the DVD guy. Find the DVD, give it to a DVD guy, and just say, have fun with it.
It can't be any worse than the Justice Society of America TV pilot. Let's just put it that way.
Damn.
I
was gonna say there was always Gotham Knights. They didn't make it a full season on the CW. You got 3 episodes. It just gets worse.
Watching that show, I literally tried to like put blinders on. I'm like, okay, just is there any kind of character development? No. Does it? This isn't working. This isn't working.
It's like someone from the Vampire Diaries decided to write DC stories.
No, Bama. It was the Justice Society.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was Martian. It was literally the Justice Society of America.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the JSA.
They try to rewrite everything.
Yeah, it was. The main bad guy was supposed to be Weather Wizard, played by Miguel Ferreira. Martian Manhunter was leading the team. Hal Jordan was on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Barry, was it Barry?
No, it was
Wally.
Yeah, it was Wally, not Barry. But
it was Wally. Fire and Ice were on the team. The Atom was on the team, but just
good and terrible.
Wally West had no job. Hal Jordan literally flew around.
Mm-hmm.
He used the ring and made like a string of like a whip, like you take a rope and turn it, and used it as a helicopter.
Mm-hmm. It was bad. It was the dumpster fire bad.
The Flash costume was horrible. I said, how did you go from John Wesley Shipp's The Flash to this version? I don't understand. You went backwards.
Like it was designed by Liberace?
Yeah. Man, he said it's more like Justice Society of Third World America. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a I'm sorry, I'm still hung up on this deal with them and Coyote and whatever, Wile E. Coyote, Acme.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ketchup is a distribution company, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Are they selling the rights and everything to them for this movie? Are they completely giving the movie over, or are they just a distributor?
They are at this moment. The deal is over the property of leasing the rights to them. So at the end of the day, Warner Brothers would still own the movie, but they're leasing the rights to them to distribute the movie and for a cut of the profits. From what I read,
this makes sense.
So these, like I said before, these small studios basically get their hands on a big name property that they probably couldn't fund themselves, but they get the credit of we put this out and got it these accolades. Hence why you're not getting these huge promos, but you get 30 posters at occasional theaters, not all theaters. But or if you send a picture of your ticket stub, they'll send you some HD wallpapers. They are moving like a company who can afford to move to only give out wallpapers and limited posters. But the reception is on them still. They get credit for it for being the ones to put this out. Same way Zeus is, Baddie Central is handling distribution for Jonathan Majors movie.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about trying to change the image.
See, the crazy part is,
well, the only it itches a little bit only because they could have given this to any distributor. And the only positive that I'm thinking of is that they just wanted a lower price. It's the only.
The 50 million. Good, Far.
I'll say I think it's less they gave it to them, and it's they asked, and they probably had to poke and prod and be annoying and ask.
And then go out a number.
So usually when it comes to a new distributor, it's less of who wants it, and it's more like, hey, you're not using that right. Let me hold it. Give me the controller. You're not playing the game correctly. Yeah,
especially with all the financial issues that WB is going through. They probably, is seeing that the Ketchup Entertainment seems to be this up and coming distributor. They were like, meet us in the middle. It seems like a meet us in the middle type of situation. That's what it seems like. Like, we'll let you release it. However, you got to give us something,
Okay, I need to apologize. So that I quoted wrong. So apparently it is an all rights acquisition. So it's an all rights.
Something wrong. Something wrong.
I checked three sources just to make sure I had this right. So what's going on is Ketchup Entertainment is doing an all rights acquisition, and they are agreeing to the $50 million. They didn't say exactly the exact number. They're saying between $50 and $60 million as far as for the all rights acquisition to the movie.
That's insane.
So I apologize. I didn't back and forth.
Somebody's cousin is humping on somebody's nephew. Ain't no way. Somebody doing something.
I mean, to even facilitate the deal and be like, hey, we'll sell it to, because we've been through that recently. Hey, we'll sell you back this thing that you like. Anyhow, but yeah, somebody even to facilitate the deal. Hey, I'm just to say I'll give you this for this much. But again, there probably is why they're having to cut corners and do Instagram posts and rely on social media right now for engagement and the thriving of boba stores right now. So the money went to acquiring the film. As far as promotion, would you like some free wallpapers for your phone?
They're banking on the word of mouth, which seems to be working.
Yeah.
I was thinking that it was more like a Sony Marvel deal at first, Sony makes the Spider-Man films, but Disney and Marvel say, but we get production rights, we get say so, we got to be on site, we got to, it's like as long as you're doing it right. That's what I was thinking. It was that kind of deal, but you're saying all rights acquisition.
Them and Zeus are picking up finished products. It's just I think things like this would normally die in production hell, but because everyone is so loud about everything all the time, it's known that they're just sitting on someone's shelf. And these companies are like, we need a one-up clearly, and we can maybe raise the money. Let's try buying the distribution to this already done thing instead of watching it get thrown in the trash.
But it does make a great point though. It does make a great point that if Ketchup decides, okay, we'll gladly pay your $50-60 million for the all rights acquisition, how much would Batgirl be?
Well, that's my shit. That's my shit. If you going in for one, no offense, I'm so sorry. I know y'all love them. I am not that invested in Looney Tunes. If you going in for that, you need to say, hey, yo, can you throw a little Batgirl action on the back end or something? If y'all ain't doing nothing with it, let me hold that for like 10 minutes.
That would probably be a ridiculous number. Warner Brothers will be a ridiculous number for Batgirl.
Because I think Batgirl was like what, 90 million to make.
They're going to want at least 3 times that amount.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's
how do you
it's
spend
walking.
all their money and just be like, okay, just put it in a vault, lock it up.
Because they
it's
know.
walk-
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tafari. I'm sorry.
Why not
It's the
straight to sorry?
No,
Why
go ahead.
not
That's
straight
what I was
to
about to get to.
DVD or a streaming release? Why not? You get some of that back. I don't understand.
I think they probably have to build their reputation with this first to be trusted, because what other companies can do is see how well they handle what would have been a fiasco and flip it into this. But if they got distribution, then they get the box office stuff on top of the home release, on top of whatever Blu-ray sales or DVD sales they can help put out. So that helps. But as far as getting both, I'm pretty sure it's Warner Brothers. So it's like that last chapter in season 3 of the Walking Dead game. Pick one, and we're gonna shoot the other. But joke's on you. We're actually gonna shoot the one you picked.
Not the Cassandra choice. Yeah. Thanks to Far Eye. That brings back memories. Choose one.
I say black.
I see. You know, even them acquiring this Wile E. Coyote film for 50-60 million. That's probably what it costs to make, and I'm pretty sure they're confident that they can make that back.
Yeah,
and with no problem. Because I said 70 million at best, if it was done correctly.
The advertisement's done. They could put it out tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
They could put it out tomorrow, and I'm invested, not that invested, but I want to go see why they thought this wasn't a good movie.
Yeah, right.
That's the thing, though. It's like Warner Brothers. This is why I say why Warner Brothers shelved it. They didn't have faith in it, but they know that if one company wants it bad enough, how much you willing to pay to get it.
But there's a thing: they can't make a profit on this.
Oh no, they can't.
Legally, they can't make a profit on this, so it's
right.
It's still weird.
Right.
It's
all they can do is pay the taxes on the sale, because they've already written it off as a tax write-off. So Warner Bros. Discovery is already in this. We're trying to conserve money as it comes along. So if somebody does come along and pays their ridiculous amount, then all they're doing is paying the taxes on the sale, the ridiculous amount. But whatever company actually does get Batgirl, if it ever does happen,
it's happening.
I think it is. I just hope it ain't Prime. I hope it's not Prime Video. But I'm trying to think of any company that will actually match Warner Bros. Discovery, and Prime may be one of those ones that might roll up and say, "Yeah, we'll pay your price."
That's at the end of the day, it's a gamble. They're gambling with you. You have to convince a company to give you something they were going to throw in the trash. Then you have to convince them to sell their trash and turn it into treasure. And I'm sure there's don't care right now. They're more than likely like, hey, we got our money, catch us on distribution. God bless it. Have fun doing what you do. But social media, word of mouth, especially in a time where, as a people, we are not feeling heard by the higher ups at all. I mean, y'all fired Ben, Gary, or was it the other one? I'm just so in a world where people kind of need a win, right? It's not even Bugs Bunny. It's Daffy and the crew to the rescue. And that's another thing. You took technically the B and C team of Looney Tunes and still made a profit.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. So that's why I was like, that's why I was sitting there saying that if they do decide to do this, Catch Up may go from a small company to a large company, because now look what you've done.
They distributed at least four, maybe 5 films.
Yeah.
So
have we heard of them though? The only one that I
it was at least 2 of them, and one of them was Hellboy. I can't remember what the other one was, but I did hear of them. You know, anybody like once again, their distribution. So they're starting somewhere and saying, hey, we are attached to this. You know, you'll see this somewhere accessibly, like the Hellboy, the Crooked Man. It's on Hulu. You know, it was in the theaters. It was a limited release.
Yeah. So, and the fact that this movie got an extension looks good on them, because they're at least working on a product that, all right, they don't have the money to put it up like Sony got okie doke by memes and thought we actually wanted to see Morbius for another month. Meanwhile, these people are like, oh, we made enough money to, kind of like how black people move money in their household. We made enough money to put this over here and extend this a couple more weeks. So we're going to do that. And Don't cut it off just yet. We're not gonna go straight to streaming just yet. We're gonna take this income and put this over here. What about the promotion? We can just do some pictures.
I was gonna say, so the weird part about Ketchup Entertainment, the movies they distributed so far, outside of Hellboy, outside of Day of the Earth Blew Up, Goodrich, Weekend in Taipei, Debug, Hypnotic, Vehicle 19, A Royal Night Out, and Captain Sabretooth and the Magic Diamond. So these are all
Weekend in Taipei was.
What are those?
What are those? The only one I know of is Weekend in Taipei because that was a transport knockoff.
Yep.
And I happened to just watch that on a random Saturday night.
Who was that? Luke? Was this Luke Evans? Was the actor?
Yeah, Luke Evans. Yeah. That's the guy.
And these B movies, I love y'all. Somebody got to watch them.
Hey, look.
No, Luke. I used to get Luke Evans and Orlando Bloom mixed up. That's how close they look alike. It's just Luke Evans is little.
Oh wait,
no. My sister and I call Luke Evans old Orlando Bloom, even though he's younger than Orlando Bloom.
See.
So have you ever seen Luke Evans and Orlando Bloom in the same room?
Wait. Okay, wait. Luke Evans is younger.
Yeah, he's younger than Orlando Bloom.
Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh, I'm embarrassed for him.
We call him old Orlando Bloom.
No.
Orlando Bloom.
Not Orlando Bloom is 60 years old. What's going on? What?
Wait,
he's not.
I was about to say, wait a minute. What blood is he drinking?
Wait, Derek got you about to look at how old is this man?
Mm-hmm.
He's
40
years. What? He's like 50.
Yeah, he does look like a older Orlando Bloom. Like they were coming out around the same time. Like he was in Dracula and Orlando Bloom was doing the Pirates run, and so it was just like, which by the way, that Dracula Untold, not a bad film. And there's another one he does, which I absolutely love, where he plays a serial killer, and he was a badass. I think it's called No One Lives.
Oh yeah, I know that one. Yeah, there's No One Lives. So that's right.
That was a. Whew.
Also,
there are good B movies, Kira. You just have to look.
It also helps when nothing else. It also helps when nothing else is out right now. Like you could go see Captain America again, Magazine Dreams, which is up till tonight technically, unless you have a screen unseen like me and Kira did last week. Which I didn't even know that was a thing until my friends took me to it. I'm like, oh, you got to see a random movie, and I'm like, all right, I didn't have to pay for it, so cool.
you can't argue with free 99.
Tell that to the people who stormed out. Well, they caught a discount, but still.
I'm just saying, you can't complain. If you complain when it's free,
I'm sorry. I don't care how much amount of money I have sat through things that I'm like, damn, it sucks, but I paid my money.
No, I got my money back. I'm getting my money back.
Yeah, I'm not just going to walk out. I'm not going to see this.
I will be forever grateful to Twilight. That was the best 2.5 hours of sleep I have ever gotten in a movie theater.
You just a hater. It's fine. That was cinema. That was cinema.
That was cinema while I was snoring in the most relaxed movie chair, and it was heated too.
Sparkly vampires for the win.
All I needed was a blink.
All you got.
Couldn't finish the book.
Look, my son took his wife. It was then his fiance, but he took his wife to go see it in the first. I swear to God, this is what he said. He called me. He said he went to go to the bathroom. He told her he was going to the bathroom. He called me. He said, "Dad." I was like, "Yeah, sparkly vampires." I'm like, "Oh shit." This is what we got rid of Angel for? I'm like, no.
Does anybody remember the initial trailer for that movie? It was terrible. It was literally.
No. I'm not saying they're great. I'm not saying they're great by any stretch. Please don't do this to me, y'all. Listen, look, I was young. I apologize. I didn't know any better.
But it's just,
part of what we've been
finished the book.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, part of what we've been saying the last couple of years, if you pick a time when nothing else is out, that helps. And clearly it's a benefit because I've seen the 3 movies this month. I was able to stay awake for 2 of them.
Look, I sat through Love and Thunder on work time, and literally was just like, Well, that's what I get.
Also, you
I'm going with Love and
you
Thunder.
also right now. Go ahead, Whoopi.
I said Twilight or Love and Thunder. I'm going with Love and Thunder.
Also,
we're not friends no more. We're not friends no more. Absolutely not. I will not stand for this betrayal. There's no way on God's green earth. At least Twilight had a cohesive story. At least it had that.
I've been told. I was asleep.
It compared to fucking Love and Goddamn Thunder, hell yeah, it had a better.
Listen.
I won't say it's a better story. It had a more cohesive story. It made sense.
Yeah, I'll give it that. I'll at least give it
I
that.
tapped out on Twilight. I couldn't do it.
I'm sorry. Every time I see Twilight, I'm like, all y'all went to war over a sick white girl.
For the big battle that
I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill. I am a Buffy fan. I will die. I said we cancel Buffy and Angel. Only for a few years later to deal with a crying girl and a sparkly vampire. I quit.
And I told my wife this when we were watching the movie. I said, why can't the boy werewolf ever find a shirt? It's like he's conjuring.
No. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that because that man at the time for me was delectable, and that's all that carried the movie.
You can't look at the screen right now.
What is his name?
Because I'm fondly remembering the Wolf Boy. I'm fine.
Tyler Lautner. That's his name.
Taylor Lautner. Yes.
That man was shirtless in every goddamn scene.
He needs a better agent. He needs a better agent. It was bad because it seemed like after that movie it was one other film he did. It was like he was like the lead. It was an action film.
It was a good movie.
Yeah, and I think it wasn't a good push for some reason.
Yeah, his agent did kind of mess him up after all that though.
Yeah.
He was but before he was in Twilight, I knew him as Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Shark Boy.
Yeah, he was in Grown Ups.
He was in Grown Ups too.
He was one of the frat boys in Grown Ups.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Zac Efron went on that goofy movie run, and it was great. But again, that movie went off the success of Spy Kids and the goofiness and the cheap CGI and
dear God, you mentioned Zac Efron, that High School Musical. Jesus Christ.
It works for its time, but again, when you have only 2 kids movies out right now, which if one doesn't come out till tomorrow, so I mean, go see Snow White if you want to. You got in Snow White. I think DreamWorks made their money off Dogman and said, "All right, that's enough of that. To DVD you go." Which my sister made me go.
I'm like, it has an audience. That's why I said it has an audience.
Yeah,
Looney Tunes has an audience. Dogman has an audience. Captain Underpants has an audience. These they have audience.
I never read any of those books, but I remember it was there every Scholastic book fair. Just the new Captain Underpants book, and I'm like, I feel like I'm late to the party.
No, see, I was reading with kids with Captain Underpants as part of their book club, and I'm like, okay, I can see why you like this. Same way with Dogman. I'm like, I read Dogman with him. I'm like, I can see why you like this. Both of them are good. I'm not gonna lie. It's like Bluey. You sit down with Bluey, you be having real life moments, and your kids ain't even in the room.
Facts. Well, yeah, it's a cult though. So there you go.
Oh, it is a cult. I don't argue that.
Do we take a second to acknowledge that acknowledgement she just gave it, ladies and gentlemen? Matter of fact, where's my phone? In 4K.
What I do?
We can move on.
What I do? Wait, what I do? What I do?
Nothing. Your subconscious spoke to us for a second.
What the fuck did I do? No, I don't want to know. I want to know.
That's gonna be a clip somewhere.
The Church of Bluey will be sending you your acceptance letter in the mail. Don't worry.
Mayhem thanks you for your service.
Right.
I was
saying, saying welcome.
he's the main one. He's like, we have crackers and cookies and refreshments on the table.
If you ever get bored or don't want to do it fast, send Courtney.
Oh man, we're getting ready to take a break. We'll come back. We're going to talk about Daredevil Born Again episode 4 and the masterclass of acting that went down in this episode. They are back to form.
Right.
We'll be right back. Blerd's Eyeview is a proud affiliate of Otaku Noir. Use the code Blerd's Eyeview for 10% off on all items. With a different nerd-themed box filled with items made by talented blerds across the country, you surely will not be disappointed. Go to otakunoir.com. Otaku Noir, the #1 blerd mystery box company.
Let's reach out one time.
All right, we are back. Whoopie switch here. We are back in Daredevil episode 4. I should say Born Again episode 4. First off, Frank is back.
Ooh, wait.
But weeks before.
Alternate title. The Devil Seeks Punishment.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm changing that. I'm changing that when I upload. That before we get to the conversation between Frank and Matt, there's a conversation between Matt and his latest freebie or pro bono client. And this client has, number one, stolen was caught stealing 5 boxes of fiddle faddle. And that first part of the conversation, it just seems like this dude just wants probation, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, but you stole the popcorn. He's like, I didn't steal it, but then he goes, he manages, he says, look, I can't do any time. Now, just him saying that, I can't stay here. I was thinking, what, this guy got a kid at home? Something. Until he goes out and talks to one of the people and, he charms her. She gets it down to a 10-day stay. When he goes back to the client, that client breaks down why he's just like, you really didn't do me no favors. You don't understand. He's like, last time I got locked up, missed my SSI appointment. And when missed SSI appointment, I can't get my food stamps. It is bad enough that I'm eating off food stamps, but now I can't get food stamps. No, I ain't got no food. Now I'm struggling to get food. I'm eating. I'm like, dude, yo, stop. I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, no, it listen, if you people always are worried about being poor. And I don't think people realize that there are levels to being poor, that even us as Black people don't really know the depths that you can get to. Like nobody really understands why the person is stealing packs of soap out of the CVS. Nobody understands why somebody might knock over the old lady. I don't want to, that's extreme. No, you need to ask people for doing that shit. But nobody understands why you're stealing little things here and there. People are stealing hair dye. They're stealing deodorant. Nobody's stealing stuff that's like life altering. It's literally things that you need to just be a normal human being.
Right.
I think this episode very, very minutely opened the door to that type of life and why people do the things that they do. Okay, I'm off my box.
No, stay there because look, when he sits there and he's like, so yeah, I stole the fiddle faddle because every now and then I wanted a dessert.
Yeah.
And that shit tastes good. And I'm like,
that's
who wrote this?
It just tastes good.
It was like you said, Lady Mandalore, it was just a door opening, and the look on Matt's face,
couldn't say nothing.
He's never had to. His form of struggle is completely different than that man's.
When he sat there and said, "It's amazing how folks like you will always look at folks like me and think that what you're doing is a service. Really, it's an insult. And he said, I mean, the moment he said there and said, he said, and you, they said the 10 days, you think 10 days is a gift? I said, because of 10 days, I lost my SSI benefits. And that's why I'm here. And it's like, all I want to do is be treated like a normal human being. Boy had tears in his eyes. I was like, damn. And Mac couldn't say nothing.
It was a snowball method for that brother. That brother had a whole snowball of it just kept going. And I'm like, I can see it now. I can see why this is happening, and then this is happening, and this he has choices are limited.
And to go back
if
to
not,
Buffy, it's because of one bad day.
Yeah.
That's it. Whoopty. You muted. You muted.
You're still
muted. There you go.
I was halfway through the episode when I jumped on, so I still have a little bit to watch. But from what I've seen so far, it's top tier. I'm enjoying it. As far as a lot of these comic book adaptations, they're making an effort, and that's all I'm asking for my comic related entertainment. Is that the effort is good.
Yeah.
You entertain the fanboys, that entertain the people who didn't realize they wanted this either. So make an effort.
The petty part was just the cops in there eating the 2 boxes while old boy is handcuffed. I said, I was like, really? So y'all gonna arrest him, but still eat the evidence? And just like, and the guys
just rubbing salt in the wound, man.
Right.
In his face. In his face. I've seen that shit so
in perspective is everything, because to them, this guy is stolen his popcorn. To him, he was like, that was the only thing I wanted. I had nothing else. I just wanted to eat.
It's wild when you look at this scene of them just like, I guess this is the courtroom they're in, and everyone's just like chit-chatting with all this paperwork. Yeah. And flirting with their, I'm like, these are people's lives on this paper. Like, this is not funny at all. And then who did I see to? Oh yeah, and then shout out to Ace Vane. He was like, which one of you niggas at Marvel were watching my skits? Because the entire joke about it was like, I'll see if I can get you probation. Yo, you can't see shit, but okay.
No, it was an intense scene when he finally when that brother had his moment, he took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
And all I could say was like, fantastic. This was intense. And then while all of that is going on, good old Wilson Fisk and his wife, they were in marriage counseling. First off, Vincent D'Onofrio is a fantastic actor. Let's get that out the way anyway. But when he is talking about this man, Adam, who his wife had an affair with, when he's
okay, wait. I take umbrage with that word being used in this particular instance, but continue. We gonna come back.
Okay.
Okay.
When his wife starts talking about him, and he was just like, he had these hands, and I'm like, don't do this in front of the man. Don't not there.
Oh, I blame Vanessa. I blame Vanessa for that, because Vanessa did that on purpose.
That was a level of petty.
This is a black podcast, so the word you're looking for is entanglement. Continue. If affair is not allowed, entanglement is the nice substitution. Go off, Jada.
But no, the way she described him, she's like, oh, well, he was like a piece of clay that just needed to be molded. He was a symphony that just was never heard. And I'm like, you doing this on purpose? Because that man right there, I'm like,
I'm looking at his hands.
Because them hands went them. You just literally saw this, and I'm like, see,
you are signing his death certificate with every sentence, but go off, sis.
Right. And the justification was, well, you were just gone. Well, Heifer, I was gone, but I didn't bring back a side piece. Like, look at his face.
I'm curious. Did he blip and she didn't? Because if so, that could be that period.
No, he was still here. He was still here during the blip.
Yeah. And so was she. He was just away.
Yeah.
He left her. He left her.
Okay.
With absolutely no notification, no I'll be back, no checking in, no nothing. Sir, you get kicked out of your apartment in 30 days for that type of shit, okay?
But she was fine.
No, she was not. Her husband left.
Especially
her.
No, here's the thing, because here's he pointed out. And I love what he said that because he pointed out, she said, I was lonely, I was this, but he said, but were you not taken care of? In my scenario, you're not taken care of. And she
if I left my cat for a month with the fucking food feeder on and a bowl of water, is that cat taken care of? Absolutely not. Are you high? You out your goddamn mind?
You can't. I'm sorry. Out of my love, out of my dislike for cats, yeah.
You said it was the wrong analogy.
Relevant to the point. Something that has a heartbeat and requires emotional connection. You have let fall to the wayside. You thought without your partner, your life mate that you so-called claim to have so much connection to, so much dedication for, you did this, you did that. So guess what, nigga?
Okay, let me ask you this.
I'm gonna let you know. I need to seek somebody that is willing to meet me at the level that I'm at. You did not.
Her parallel reasoning is saying, just like she said with the cat and the food and the water, that's what he did to Vanessa. Yes, she was taken care of as far as food and water or all the. She needed the emotional connection that he wasn't there to do.
She's a human being.
That goes to my other question. So is Vanessa justified?
Fuck yeah.
Then that means anything that happens to Adam is on her.
Here's the asterisk.
Absolutely not.
No. If Vanessa is justified, then we're gonna feel really bad for Adam. But that also means Kingpin is justified.
No, sir. You're trying to make an equivalence on something that is on two different levels. Absolutely.
But go ahead, Tafar. I just want that question. Go ahead, Tafar.
Is that why his hands have been busted the last two episodes?
Yes.
Yes. He has been beating the brakes off this man.
Molly-whopping this nigga.
Up until this episode, I kept trying to figure out who has he been hitting on for his hands to be looking like that.
Yeah,
and trying to fill in the gap. If you chased Kate and Hawkeye all around New York and didn't stop by, but everyone saw you, that's not helping your case either. By the way, we saw that teenage girl beat her ass with an arrow. What happened? Like, you couldn't stop by the crib and clean up? Nothing?
That is also
true.
I
thought keeping in contact up until this point. I didn't realize he was gone until the first episode. I thought, like, between
outside of the injury that he took on with Hawkeye and getting the new eye and everything else, and then dealing with Echo, he's been handling business, but he's been away.
Yeah,
he's been handling revenge.
That's what.
Vanessa has been handling business.
Yes. She likes her position. She likes being the Kingpin until said Kingpin came back.
No, she knew about her husband's legacy and knew how much it meant to him, which means she still had an emotional attachment to this nigga.
But she likes the chair.
She just needed physical.
She needed physical attachment. You're right.
Yeah.
She needed a partner, and that's not what he did. Is not partner-like activity.
No,
he's seen it from a different perspective. He's seen it from a different perspective.
We heard stories about fake blip relationships that ended in this franchise. So. I mean, you disappear for. It probably doesn't help if you find out people disappear for 5 years and you weren't one of them, but you were still gone for all that time.
And then there's that.
There's that.
Then there's that. Because who says that didn't happen?
you come back to a house that ain't yours.
We seen him, but did she see him? That's the question.
Right.
Apparently, he was sending Maya on missions back then because I think the fight with Daredevil takes place after the snap or during the snap.
During the snap.
Yeah. So it's questionable, but this is we see Wilson fired. He's fired up due to that damn aide running his mouth off with BB. He was running his mouth off. Yeah, he was running his mouth.
I can't remember.
I thought it was gonna be that song that drives him nuts.
He's gonna have to kill Adam. He's gonna have to kill Adam to get back in races.
Look,
but he did make a promise. He did make a promise. He would not. He would not kill Adam.
Yeah.
He's gonna end up being like that butler we all forgot he had in the first 2 seasons.
No, what?
No boy.
I predict that he is going to show where Adam.
You talking Wesley? Karen killed Wesley. Are you talking the other guy?
I'm talking about Wesley. Yeah, the dude that was kind of Kingpin's.
Yeah, the right hand man. Yeah. Karen killed him. Yeah, because Wesley dared her to pull the gun on him, and she did, and Wesley didn't think she pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
I was thinking old boy could become the next him, but what were you saying, Kira?
I'm predicting that Kingpin is going to show Vanessa that Adam's alive. If it's not him, Daredevil finds him or some shit.
Oh my God. In the first episode, when she was saying, don't kill that man, who was she talking about?
Adam.
She was talking about Adam. When she said there,
it all pieces together so beautifully.
Yeah.
I thought she was talking about Matt.
No, because he kept on saying, I understand. He said, I understand about Adam. And she takes the biggest sigh and goes, please don't kill him. And he kept his word.
I thought that was saying, hey, you're now a politician. You can't go killing vigilantes. So don't kill him. I had no idea we were saying, congrats on the election. Don't kill my side piece.
Very much.
just can I win? Can I celebrate for today, please? You got people doing weird art.
So
this weird man lugging around corpses just in broad daylight.
Oh Jesus!
Muse.
Muse is getting his thing started. But we see Wilson doing his thing as mayor. Like he's in the daytime, he's doing work. He doesn't like the little side mission stuff. Like, wait, we have to go to this school and these kids. And I swear to God, I never thought I would hate that song more. I'm sorry, but I felt the same way.
Had an ex that would record DVD videos for like tourists and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the music that was the overlay for those fucking videos. I
am so sorry. I am so sorry.
No, because it's agreed. Everybody in this room feels the same way about this song for some reason. And the kids, sweet babies, they didn't make it any better because that look Wilson had. I was just like, yeah, I feel it too. Like I already went to this Latvia, not Latveria, Latvia. Because it was Latvia Heritage Day, so. They sang it in their language, and then they turned around and he went to another school and they sang the song, and he had a look like
kill me.
It was that look of smiling, but on the inside he's like, you can tell that the rage behind it, but then he had that, like I said, at the end with the Godfather scene where it's like, dang, why are you set up in this dungeon area with a fine ass meal and music playing and old boys in the cage.
Yeah,
never mind. It's like you have
that. I'm sorry, but that him standing up there, and they were like, "Oh, we can do another one. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine." I was like, "Yeah, shut that shit down." He was like, "We can't do no more of this."
But you're right about old boy screwing up. I'm sorry, Tafar. What are you gonna say?
Oh, look at my watch. It's time to go. You're not wearing a watch. It's ingrained in my skin. Gotta go.
It's a sundial.
Pushed it up. Y'all couldn't get I guess the Harlem residents didn't want to participate. You couldn't get an ease on down the road. Can you feel a brand new day? Nothing.
that would at least got him toe tapping at least.
It's something. But yeah, you see him at the docks, and prior to all of that, you see him at the docks, and he's got plans. We're gonna clean this up. We're gonna do this, and it's his basically his aide basically saying, no, there's checks and balances. We need to do this. And he's just like,
all that knows him so much.
Yeah, I'm so used to just saying, I need this done.
And it gets done.
And it's done. Now you're telling me we have to go through actual red tape. What? Yep. So set the meeting up with that. It's not, well, can't do it that way. You got to go through this one. Well, go through that one. I was like, but then you had to go to this one. He was like,
he wanted to throw his hands up.
Is that
so
where
bad.
it starts? He's like, and that's where it starts.
He was so frustrated. Like first thing I'm gonna do with City Hall is literally wipe out all these processes. But it's like all I want to do is
he wasn't wrong in feeling that. He was like, we want to clean up these docks. We want to do.
That's right.
You gotta pay the people in order to get shit done.
I was gonna say, as a New Yorker, Kira, is he correct in how he feels?
Oh, baby. Baby.
I would say, as a native New Yorker, I gotta ask because you know it better than anybody.
I have worked near and around the government of this city. You would not believe the fuckery that goes on in trying to get anything done. You have to have a contract in order to order fucking pens for the office. I am not shitting you. You have to have a contract in order to do any fucking thing. And don't be on somebody's shit list. You will get undercut to do a project, and then the back pay. Look at our MTA system. There's no reason. There is no fucking reason that it takes me 45 fucking minutes to get a mile away from my house. There is no fucking reason. There's no reason. You know why? They don't want to pay the fucking drivers. Why don't they want to pay the fucking drivers? Because they got somebody else on the outside that's trying to work.
Yo, MTA.
This is one of the things Kira said. You know what? By the time this conversation is done, I would have been there by walking. I don't need to.
I have beaten the bus. I have beaten 2 fucking buses going from my door to the goddamn job. I am sick of it. Bert, get this nigga out this house. I swear to God. Oh shit! I hate this motherfucker that's in here now.
I don't even live there anymore, and I hate him.
Hate. All teeth and mouth. I hate him. Woo, shit. All right.
Don't you put that on us!
That's how she feels. That's how she
set you off, Kira. I apologize.
That's how she feels.
That all came from a place. I'm sorry.
This nigga's
allow me to co-sign 100%.
I appreciate it.
Living in Dallas with the way they're doing this construction, you filling a pothole that fast, we don't care if you are a career criminal. You're getting reelected.
That's all I'm fucking asking for. Don't make my life harder. Don't make it harder. Help your boys, but do it smart. You ain't got to fuck me. Why fuck me? Fuck them.
Right.
What do you say?
So as you see, Lady Mandalore is pissed, which is why and Wilson Fisk is pissed because that stupid aide, Tony Soprano Jr.
Right.
He ran his mouth to BB Urick while they were out partying the other night. He popped and she took the information. She's a reporter. She's a journalist. What do you want her to do? I don't even hold that against her. Fucking use it. You know?
That's why I always say, no matter what, you are always on record, no matter what they say.
Yeah, so he goes in there and he has his entire team there, and he is going the fuck off.
As he should.
Yeah.
As he should. Who fucked me?
The best part about being in meetings like that is knowing you did nothing wrong and trying not to laugh.
That's why old boy.
You looking around like, who did it? Somebody.
But the way old boy
sit back, it wasn't me. Man, he ain't talking to me.
But I have to give it to old boy because the way he fell on his sword, he's like, you know what? It's me. Do what you will. And the whole thing at the end of us, you know what? I'm still going to try to support you from the outside. I will do everything that I can. I said, and Fisk looked at him like, oh, I have a new Wesley. I have somebody that's willing to do anything that I need him to do, but I'm gonna give him one small warning. You ever do this again, it's the last thing you'll do on earth.
Can I? Okay, comic book question. Who the fuck is this kid? Is he a person in the comics?
I have to get back to you on that.
Yeah. I have to do a little.
It's not. He's not ringing a bell at all.
To be honest,
I don't. I gotta catch.
I
I gotta catch what his last name is and go from there because he could be related to somebody previous.
Right.
Don't know yet.
Honest, I forgot who the girl was until the article came out because I'm like, why are we spending so long at this nightclub? And then the article came out like, okay, one, you need better friends.
Right.
I mean, granted, Fisk is trash, but you told him, hey, I have a new job I'd like to take seriously to make money. And they was like, fuck that, go drink.
That part.
It was them saying, "Oh, we used to be able to do this and party and then get on the bus and then go home, shower and just go straight to work." I'm like, yeah, I remember those days.
Sleep
They
on
don't
the
last
train.
long.
That's all. I'll never understand New York life. Sleep on the train, then shower, go home. I'll go home, shower, and do it all over again. I don't even sleep on a plane. How do you trust yourself to sleep on a train?
City radar.
It's literally you sense it. I don't know how to explain it.
I'll take y'all word for it. I'd be paranoid.
You put the head nod. It's like, all right, I feel I kind of jerk 2 or 3 times. All right, I know I'm hitting that bend at the curve.
It's the equivalent of it's like you ever fall asleep at work?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. And then you pop up just because you know somebody opening the door or something like that. It's the equivalent of that. You sense it.
Ain't nobody gonna
Good.
I can sleep on a plane. I just can't fall asleep until it takes off. I've learned that about myself. I cannot sleep before we're up in the air. Something about the weird.
I was about to say, damn, if you falling asleep right when you get home, I'm like, well, how you are got to be tired.
You done.
Right. I mean, even after I've pulled some all-nighters, for some reason, I've realized maybe it might be asthma. That shift in cabin pressure, I wake up uncomfortable and like trying to figure out where I'm at. And I need to stay awake long enough to pop my ears and then go. I can rest.
Oh shit!
That would y'all better than me because I would be para-freaking-noid.
See, so when he's talking to what you said his name was Wesley. His name was Wesley, right?
No. Shoot,
I need to get what his name.
The aid, none of us can remember.
Yeah, that's why I said Tony Soprano.
Daniel Blake. Ooh, Blake.
Oh, now I got to dig. No,
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
As in Masters?
Okay, but who is not Wesley that claims to not work for anybody and is breaking up the gang deals? Who is this guy?
Oh, that was the guy in the previous episode that went to the mob.
He showed up at least. He showed up in just about every episode. He's in every episode just about.
He said he works with man. I think that's Vanessa's right hand man.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. I don't. Okay,
because when he sat there and said, "I don't work for the kingpin, I work for the man." I'm sorry. He said no. He said, "I don't work for the mayor. I work for the man."
Yeah.
And so you only seen him either with Vanessa or you seen him with Fisk. So I think he's Vanessa's right hand man.
Like he's there at the docks. He was there. You see him, but you don't see him.
Right.
He's had words. He's had words with him several times. So he's very there.
Speaking of Sopranos, this therapist is just in constant danger, isn't she?
I think the therapist is like the therapist in Sopranos. You don't know you're in danger till you mess up.
Yeah.
Because old girl in Sopranos was fine until she decided to rat somebody out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still think she should have asked Tony for that favor. Like, why are you letting these people manhandle you at home? Or I get the debate that she don't owe him anything, but I'm like, you're talking to your clients with a black eye. Or like, you feel like do we not need to swap seats on who's sitting in what chair?
All you do is keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. So I think what we're seeing
private because it's like, hey, we do business.
I think what we're seeing with Wilson Fit with Kingpin is slow. Like it's not even slow at this point. It's quickly coming out. Like I need to make this shit happen. Like his worlds are starting to mix.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no separation at this episode. There's no separation.
If
There's
you
just
relapse, if you relapses, does that undo all of Echo and make that show pointless then? Or
no. It's not so much. He's not so much relapsing. It's just he's trying to keep one life separate from another, but at the same time still use his pool in both worlds. Like underworld, no problem. In the political field, a little different.
Yeah, a lot. Is that the learning curve on that hoe is
Yeah, he does not like this learning curve.
No.
That's why he doesn't like this learning curve at all. So when he's talking to Daniel, he's talking to Daniel. He puts his hand on his shoulder. There was a part of me that says,
you gonna die.
Yeah,
You gonna die.
See,
if this woman wasn't here,
I think he would have said. He would have been gone. Let's be honest. If old girl wasn't there as a witness, he was gone.
He kept talking. He was just like, "You're fine. Don't let it happen again. I'm not going to fire you." Blah blah blah. He was like, "Was anybody
else getting Penguin vibes when he sat there and let him know everything was okay? Everything was okay." And I'm like, "You're gonna do it all."
I thought that was him in the cage at first, until we saw the name, and I'm like, I had to rewatch this. Like, who the hell is Adam? But I thought he was fully. I fully thought he was about to just
shut that shit down. He kept talking. That boy kept talking. I'm thinking, shut the hell up. Shut up. Shut up. You've said enough. You've said enough.
See, this was makes me think that now that he's like, okay, I've forgiven you, but you about to do some things for me that you are not going to say no to. So I kind of think he's about to do some slick stuff on the other side of things. Now it's like, okay, I've been forgiven, but now I'm like, you're the disciple in the group.
It's him saying, I forget. Are you trying to talk yourself out of a job?
Yeah. I know when to shut up.
Like, why would you? Did you need to admit to the ketamine? Like, why? We know y'all do it, but we don't need confirmation.
He just his mouth is diarrhea. That man would not stop talking.
That was
even the aide had to step in. She was like, "You want to shut up now?"
Like, she kept on saying, "Keep your mouth shut. I will take care of it." And it's like, bro, you. Go.
She said, "I'll be here before and after both of y'all. Good luck to you, though."
Yeah. She knows I'm fine.
He was like, he kept talking. He's like, and then we had some drinks, and then the little kid. I'm like, dude, shut up.
I'm like, unless there's a dead body at the end of this story, shut up. It's like,
the look on the aide's face was like,
stop. He shouldn't. When are you? Do you know when to shut the fuck up?
No. I mean, everyone's been letting him talk this long, as he's got.
I mean, you saw the hero worship he had with Kingpin. You see the hero worship he has with Wilson. I see myself in you. I used to be like you. It's like they always say never meet your heroes, right? And yet this dude has met his and won't shut up.
He's young. He doesn't.
I get snitch vibes. You talk too much. I'm getting snitch vibes.
No, I don't.
Vic didn't do this shit. Vic didn't do this.
He won't snitch. I don't get snitch from him. I get yapping, running at the mouth, fucking reckless, but not intentional snitch.
Yeah, not intentionally snitching.
And not really got the grip of life from that scare in the office room. Just don't ever do this again.
Everybody leave now. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Am I off the rest of the day? Because I leave. I'll go home.
Is it paid time off? Do I need to put in hours PTO?
If that was an old boy from Underworld, leave us.
Homegirl at the beginning of the episode. That's Ava, right? She's gonna be the new White Tiger.
If it goes the way it's supposed to, then yes, she's supposed to be. Because the mantle of White Tiger gets passed down to her, yeah.
I mean, you saw what's his face? You saw Hector's effects in the bag. Somebody has to take them, and
but the amulet also lit up.
I thought he was about to slip her the necklace I'm like, y'all just letting him walk away with evidence.
Well,
She's
no,
gonna
it's not. It's not evidence. It's his personal effects.
Personal effects,
They
yeah.
give them to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll get that stuff. She'll get that stuff back.
She'll get that,
Definitely.
and then she's gonna
And,
wind
and
up
right
fucking-
after that talk she has with Matt, he decides to go back to that scene of crime where Hector got shot,
Mhm.
and he does his thing, and he was like, wait a minute, there was no bullet casing found. And then he uses echolocation because he sees a glass bottle roll. He hears a glass bottle roll down the incline, down to the sewer. He hears the shit. He finds the bullet casing that has Punisher's logo etched on it. He feels that shit. Goes tracks down. At first, I didn't know what he was doing.
Right.
I had to take it back. And I'm like, okay, that's where he's up to. He finds Frank's ass.
Mm-hmm.
I think he knew where Frank has been.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
He's known. He doesn't like
that makes
not
sense.
know. He knows.
He's been knowing the entire time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Frank's still been out there doing his thing. He knows he knows his hideout. He just doesn't go there all willy-nilly.
Right.
No,
That exchange those two have. Once again, masterclass.
in acting and in writing.
Yeah.
Boy, that nerve that was struck. You didn't come to find me.
He's coming at him. Frank is coming at him, and then he says, "Say his name. Say his name." I'm like, he was like, and then he starts talking about his own son. He was like, every time it gets quiet, I see my little boy, and he says, "Get him, daddy." I'm like, okay, let's slow down a little bit, Frank.
The first part he sat there and said, "You didn't come looking for me. You didn't come looking for me for help. You came looking for permission."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Absolution.
He's like, "You didn't come to me. You didn't come to me for my help. You could have put on." He said, "You could have put on that suit and you could have took care of it, but you wanted to come to me because you want to do it my way. And you, Mr. Morality, have a problem with the way I do things. But now you want to pass." I was like, "With Frank, voice of reason."
Man, was he the voice of reason?
But Frank it does have the as much as he be mollywopping motherfuckers left and right, he does have a voice of reason. He does. It's there. It's a little fucking skewed depending on who
But he was
pointed at.
Yeah,
but
he sat there and said it. He sat there and said he of course the whole say his name, which I was like, DC, this is how you do it. This is how you do the whole name recognition thing.
When Matt said, "Bullseye got life," Frank answers back, "Foggy didn't get life."
But did Foggy get life?
Did Foggy get life? Damn.
And I'm just like,
and Frank threw it, and Frank wanted to throw a left. He thought about it. He said, "I'm sorry." Frank's like, no, because you're gonna do something about it because it's gonna come out one way or another. And I love the fact that again, Frank played therapist. He's like, I knew about the guys. I know about the guys that are imitating me out there on the street, as he literally has the entire wall behind him of all of it. So it's like he's aware of the fact that cops are basically imitating him. What is it tomorrow?
The fanboys he calls them. But I'm looking at it now. I'm like, who all is on this wall behind you, and what is there? How long do they have left?
Anybody that was in that courtroom with a tattoo, what else did they have? It was a tattoo.
It was a tattoo on the neck or on the wrist.
Yeah.
Them two are for sure on that wall.
Because that cop that Matt keeps running into on purpose.
Now I realize the blind. How is it bad that you go ask what about somebody blind and then you run back into them in the same courtroom and you want to sit there and be like, "Counselor, officer, want to go again?" It's like you want to go again.
You okay? You ready? Yeah, you ready?
It's like the look on your face, man. Who whooped your ass? Old boy with the stick. You had a blind lawyer whoop your ass.
So
Man, give me a gun.
this exchange between these two men, and like you said, Spartan, Frank was therapist.
Yeah.
And I could not disagree with nothing this man said. I'm like, yo,
it wasn't therapy. He was his priest.
And the thing
Yes.
about it was, he
That
kind of
was-
referred.
yes.
He kind of referred back to when they first talked. He said, "Mr. Morality, Mr. Don't take a life, Mr. All this." Now all of a sudden, what happened to that guy? What happened to that guy on the roof? I was like, "Damn, that Frank don't forget shit." Frank don't forget shit.
And that's why I like Frank. Me and Frank, we get along. I like Frank a lot.
Say what you want to say about Frank, but at least guess what? He gets the job done.
Yeah.
I don't.
Get
He
the
doesn't
job
have, what did he say? I don't have time to be. What is it? Pussyfooting around
Yeah.
like you vigilantes.
You're
No,
around,
nigga, I need to get this work needs to get done. I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. Let's go.
I mean, that's how he felt about it. He kept on saying the entire time, "Look, if you want to take care of the dude, take care of the dude, but don't bullshit me."
There,
He's-
You ain't
John
got the lie, Craig.
Barathol stated that in an article. He stated that he did not want to come back unless it was a continuation, unless the writing was just as good. And I gotta say,
Message received.
better, because it makes you go back and look at that interaction they had before their first meeting. You look at this and you like the roles have been reversed.
They know trying to talk. Yeah. Go ahead, Karen.
I can't imagine what the fuck they were planning on doing with this shit. What could you have possibly thought was going to be better than what y'all are doing right now?
That made y'all go back and redo it. Like, I don't know what did y'all have before, because what we're getting right now.
You're a good guy, you're a bad guy, and your wild card all said no. Like triple tap no.
Which goes, all I gotta sit there and say is somebody introduced Devil's Reign to the group of the writers and said, "Follow this."
Just read the fucking. Stop trying to remake the wheel. Just do the shit the way the money got made the first time. You ain't got to be special.
But that's the thing.
What we got in just this episode, this one,
and the thing. There's only 9. You're only getting 9 episodes for the first season, and then the other 9 in the second season.
And it's filming right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, just what we got in this episode alone, the writing and the acting, the tone, it's all there. Even going back to that first episode when Karen is sitting there and she's with Foggy, and she hears that body drop, and she's freaking out because she don't know which body it was. She don't know if it was Matt. She don't know if it was Bullseye. But she screams because she cannot look back.
Right? On the freaking Bullseye. This man bounced. You bounced and still are alive. How?
Literally, that titanium skeleton. And I said, no. That's a cop out. But we're not talking about that.
Right.
Because all of this.
They wanted to kill her off too.
Yeah. But they wanted to kill off Karen. Yeah.
They wanted to kill. Yeah. And thankfully, they're not. Set photos were released, and she is still around for. I don't know if it's going to be this season, but more likely second season in disguise. So,
well, she's got to help out BB, right? She's got to talk to her about Uric at some point, right?
I would think so. I would think between that and what is going on with this anti-vigilante task force, Matt. You want to put that suit back on sooner than later, my guy.
You better pick one out of the closet, my guy.
Because you clearly have enough to work with. Because as we see in this episode, he gets up in the middle of the night after doing the get down, and he gets up there on the roof. He gets to training again. He's like, "Yeah, like you ain't never lost a step."
I want to learn how to. What is it? I really want to learn how to do rope darts. Like that's my next thing that I want to do. Like I love doing the bow staff spinning and all that shit. That shit it's therapeutic. But rope dart.
This is good shit. They really stepped the game up. I'm like,
But this also makes me think that if they're gonna, if Fisk is gonna move forward with the whole vigilantes law, again, we're gonna see defenders. You are bound to see a Luke Cage, or you're bound to see a Jessica Jones.
Somebody, yeah. And I think Jessica is going to be the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, that's why I think that's why they brought them all at the same time. She's probably going to end up on the last. She might be in the last episode.
I would say so. That's my bank. That's what I'm betting on.
Yeah.
Is that she's going to show up at the end somewhere, because they're like, and we're more likely going to get season 2 with no issues. Like, you know, oh, we're getting ready to film. No, they're now. Like, they're now.
As much as Disney has banked on this, as much as Disney has banked on this vehicle, oh yeah, we basically bet the house on this one. They don't want to say it, but this is betting the house on a TV series that they're giving an extensive episode list to. You are basically bringing back other characters, and so far it has done well. That we haven't had a bad episode yet. Although We Built This City on Rock and Roll will probably be used as a mental torture chamber from here on out.
God,
I'm just saying, you want to drive somebody nuts.
I see so much why. I see why Fisk was sitting there like just antsy. Get me out of this shit, please.
It is horrible. Hours upon hours. We built this hours.
So Kira, so that tells me, Kira, you have great restraint in not pulling 187.
Oh my!
Yeah.
If he wasn't pulling in money with them fucking DVDs, I would have thrown the whole laptop out of the goddamn window.
Look,
I swear to God.
They stated that the kids who were singing that song, they said the kids were too good, that they had to get other kids to sing off key.
Dang. Imagine you practice to be on a television series, and then they got to bring in kids to throw off your performance, and they kind of tick you off a little bit. We practice for this.
What am I here for?
They are too good. This is like London Philharmonic type good. Like these kids are too good. Like we need some kids that ain't never sang a note.
Although I have to give it to Kingpin at the end. You had a Godfather. I was expecting to hear the Godfather theme when he was sitting down. As old boy just sitting there, just like he's
calling him every name in the book.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, let me out, please, because it took me like Tafari. It took me a second. And I said, wait a minute. Oh shit.
Yeah.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
But he kept his word. He had the one thing you'll say about Kingpin. He kept his word. He didn't kill him. He didn't say anything about imprisoning him and beating him on the daily, but he didn't kill him.
It's he's just calmly.
Like we got all the time in the world on some Hannibal shit. Just calm down, Clarice. We have all the time in the world.
I like the allegory between it being Daredevil begging to be let out with this guy. I think and it is almost direct connection to what he's got going on. He's waiting for Kingpin to do some shit. He's waiting.
That's all he just needs to. That's why he went to see Frank. Well, that's one of the reasons why he went to see. But he like Frank said, you didn't come to me for nothing else but permission.
Yeah. And it's crazy that you sat there and said
you are itching to put that mask back on.
But what kills me is how in the world do you sit there and yes, Foggy's death, you use it as a way to become a pacifist. But really you were kind of lying to yourself because you fear of losing control. You fear once you lose control, you become no better than the criminals you're trying to stop. I'm sorry, that only works for one character. At the same time, it's Punisher. He doesn't feel bad about doing what needs to be done.
Matt, as much as you want to play the pacifist role, your hands have other ideas.
You can't play pacifist if the first thing you do when attack is want to, throw a guy at an awkward angle on a bathroom tile floor that looks like he went dead. But it turns out he was still alive. Because I'm sorry. You see a head go this way, body go this way. That's dead.
Like, I'll put it like this. Your pacifist yes. At best, your pacifist ways are disagreeing with your pettiness Because what you pulled in the court, petty. What you seen him when you caught him again in the hallway, petty.
Yeah.
It was like,
Ooh,
like
they
in
sound
your hands has said,
Ooh.
we need to
Wait,
go
what's
back.
this episode? No, we didn't get a hallway scene. Hallway fight scene be next episode.
Oh yeah, number 5.
Number five.
If they follow, if they
They
yeah, we're on
follow-
4.
they follow the flow.
If they stay to form, yeah.
Yeah, hallway episode 5 is the hallway fight scene.
But yeah, the whole ending is both of them wrestling with their darker halves, just seeing who's gonna jump first.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh,
think
Keegan already.
Matt is more like, I'm just waiting for him to fuck up. That's all. he's at that point. I'm just waiting for him to fuck
Well, let's
up.
be honest. Kingpin's got his punching bag. He can go into work tomorrow and be unbothered by all the chaos because he knows all what happened today. He's gonna take out on Adam as soon as he goes back home. So he's got his outlet, so to speak.
I'm gonna have a rigatoni
Mm-hmm.
with a nice Chardonnay, and then I'm gonna whoop his ass, and then I'm gonna go on to bed. Do it all over again.
Versus
damn well you wanted.
Not go too far.
No, damn well you damn well he wanted a bigger plate than that. I don't know why he was eating that tiny ass piece of pasta like that was gonna satiate him.
Portion control.
Then you gotta walk all the
Watching
way.
his
He said,
Portion control.
Portion
Portion control.
It's the
About
same.
me.
It's the same control he's using to
Gotta
whoop
go
Adam's ass.
all
It's
the
the
way
same.
down. If I go all the way down to the damn dungeon, I'm gonna need this meal to last for a minute.
Not portion control, whoopty.
Saying, even coming to the Batcave, Alfred always kept that shit in the cupboard.
I'm just
long way-
Some tea and
That's a long way
cucumber
from-
sandwiches. If you don't get that shit out of here and give me a steak,
It is kind of saying. Go ahead, Tafari.
I said that's a long walk from Wayne Manor's kitchen down to that damn supercomputer. I'm just saying, it's.
Alfred kept it hot. He never brought down a cold dish back in. That's true.
He kept
except for the one time he brought Bruce Borch, and he was like, "Why is it cold?" He was like, "It's supposed to be cold." Okay.
Alfred was never questioned in the Batcave. The man was never questioned.
Oh man. So real quick before, yeah, but he let him do it. He let him do it.
Yeah.
He said that's the most honest thing you've said this entire conversation. And it's like it's this time for the angry man to make the blind man cry. Well, no, they've done it to each other because I mean the first time they met, you painted a picture so graphic it made a blind man cry from your own trauma. So
well,
okay. So before we get out of here, let's episode 4, rated 1 to 10. Lady Mandalore.
8.
Okay. Spartan.
9.
Whoopty.
I'm gonna go with an 8 based on what I've seen.
Okay. Farah.
I'll go 8.5 because like does nobody see Muse just walking around here carrying these bodies? Like we're already on the lookout for a man in a full white suit because of this trial. Like nobody's clunked inside the head by accident.
That's New York.
Like,
he goes after the ones that nobody he goes after the ones that nobody looks for. So he's just sitting there, just like you said, casually walking into a building with the boy over his shoulder. Nobody bats an eye.
He's in the tunnel, so it's not like they.
I mean, you still had to grab that dude off the street. And once I saw who got slapped on the table, I'm like, you're definitely not going to be live action, Miles. Nice knowing you.
I'm going to give it a 9. And it's the writing. It's the writing. The writing in this particular episode has been extremely strong, and really makes you sit back. Like that client he has in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
If you just don't know, and just those conversations between him and the client, and then him and Frank. Those two bookend conversations.
Perfect.
I'm only giving it an 8. I have the hiccups, pardon me, because I feel like they could have gone a little bit further with the writing. Mm-hmm. Not crazy. A little more with the writing.
There's a little kick somewhere. I get
Yeah.
you. I get
Okay.
you. So, I don't think we don't really need to do the sign off as usual, but we'll run
Bye,
with it.
niggas. No, I'm kidding.
That would be perfect. Oh, there it is. Oh my God. Well, you're up there, Lady Mandalore. Talk to the
Oh
people.
wow.
Hi. You can find me on YouTube and Twitch and Instagram and not
Oh.
TikTok. I need to post something on there. I'm really sorry. And yeah, you can find me on YouTube and Twitch on Sundays. I have the hiccups at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me and Navy Montel are going to be talking about BlerdCon because we took last Sunday off. So we got a little catching up to do. We'll be talking about BlerdCon. We'll be talking about Janelle Monáe's new graphic novel. We will be reading from Bitterroot Volume 2, doing the voice acting and all that jazz. You should come through. It's a good time. We can discuss the underlying tones and verbiage in Bitterroot. Come through. Okay, bye.
All right. Whoopty.
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Whoopty Frickin' Do. And for any, not just your nerdy nail needs, but your regular nail needs, hit me up on Fresh Press by Z. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Yep.
Buy her nails.
Right.
Please.
She
I
is
don't
an
even
artist.
wear them, and I'm gonna tell you, they're damn good.
They
Oh, guess what?
Spartan.
Yes, Black _ Spartan 615 on the socials. Shows are still going on. How the Frack Got Here every Wednesday at 7. Myself, Tafara, and Joe on Get Bit Podcast tomorrow, 8:30-ish. Give my opinions on Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yes, I played Yusuke. Yes, I did not go stealth. Still hella fun. Of course, podcasts, shows where you can find them. Blerdseye.org, Eyeview.org. I cannot spell. Definitely check out our writings there. Again, cosplays, cons, respect the cosplayers at all times. Please wash your ass. I got kids. Kids get sick. Kids get me sick. I found out you got me sick because of my kids. I'm whooping your ass. Again, talk and share your fandoms. Be nice. Be kind. Don't be a dick, and we'll all be cool.
Right. Tafari.
Things and stuff. If you check out the BlerdCon channel, it should be updated with timestamps for everybody who was a host, everyone who was a guest. I am waiting for someone to leave the key under the mat so I can go in and do some other stuff. Results pending on that. We are still waiting for the files, so we got to sit down and talk to a lot of cool people. A room full of blerds. Got to do a live interactive segment. Got to talk to Marshall Blueberry about their new video game. Had a lot of people come through. A lot of good stuff that still needs to be posted from that weekend. Approvals are pending from other things from certain people. Movies, I would say go check out Looney Tunes. The Day the Earth Blew Up. It's actually a really good time. It's spring break. You need something to do with them kids anyway. Magazine Dreams is also worth a watch. I know Rolling Stone is on a tangent this week for some damn reason. But I saw an early cut of it. I would go check it out. It's very much, it is a drama film that plays out like it was made by some diehard drama students. I know you've seen Jonathan Majors and some other stuff. Don't go looking for any of it. Just, you're going to go watch a man chase a dream and have a very rough time for 2 hours. That's a nice way I can put it. As far as the other movie I saw Snow White. That is the most I can say about it. Other videos. I'll post a full review of Magazine Dreams on my channel tomorrow. Snow White polite review was posted today. Invincible skit is out on the channel. Working on a Kingdom Hearts video. Other things brewing in the background. Stay tuned. Oh yeah, if you missed our BlerdCon recap, I will run that back tomorrow. So we'll do a watch party. Come hang out. I put pictures in it this time.
Pictures, yay!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. This is your man on the wall, captain of the ship, host, and all voice actor and all things all above, Chris Fury. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. But you can check us out Mondays. You can check out the clips Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But you can check us out live Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, only on YouTube and Twitch. You can follow us on Blur's Eyeview on IG, Chris Fury 1 on TikTok, and Blue Sky, Chris Fury on Blue Sky. You can check it out over there. These are fun when I do these show breakdowns, and also doing breakdowns on blerdseyeview.org in the form of the character breakdown. So a lot of comic book characters will be getting broken down. I'm working on Thunderbolts, but I'm thinking about doing an extensive breakdown on Daredevil. That just seems like the thing to do because I said it in the last show. He's a well-written character. It's a very well-written character. So tune in to us every Tuesday and Thursday live. Check out our clips. Check us out on Blurred Station. Check us out on all the things. Pretty soon, Candy B will be showing up pretty soon. She's got an event popping up. So stay tuned for that. That'll be going down in April, I want she said. So stay tuned for that. So if you're in the Cleveland area, you'll be seeing the gang back together, so to speak. So you'll stay tuned for that. And yeah, I can do with every show. Remember to educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. I'm Chris Fury. With this lovely crew, we are here. Support all your Black Blur creatives. Support all the Kickstarters that are out there that you see us share, and people that have come on the show. Have fun. Be kind. Be nice. As Spartan says, don't be a dick and we'll all be cool. And keep fighting the system. It's fun.
Then